can also tell you that the temperatures are getting hot. Ashley can tell us about what's happening with her right now. And to help us get through this season, we got Kendall from AC Masters, our good friends. Hey, how you doing there, Kendall?
Doing all right. How are you all?
How are you, Kendall?
How are you?
Hey, we are doing good. Kendall, now, I've done some Can Quincy qualified segments with you in the past, so I know the heat that happens in the attic. What are you guys doing to keep your employees safe during these record high temperatures so they can continue the quality services that you guys have?
Gotcha. Well, unfortunately, yes, it does get really hot out there, but that's, what we do. So a big part of what we do to try and help our techs out, we try to provide them with plenty of water, Gatorade, breaks when they need it. We also try to be mindful of those attic jobs. So the one you were on, we schedule those in the morning, or we try to schedule them a little later in the day, because there's nothing worse than working in an attic at noon or 1 o'clock. I can tell you that personally. Also just frequent check-ins and try and give them as much safety information as we can on hydration, heat stroke, how to stay safe. And we just kind of work from there.
I know you have a list of tips that you can recommend us before we call this first, but I have a personal question. When your AC unit is running all day, nonstop, what we can do to help that other than change it, like in the meantime?
So we actually get a lot of calls about this. We've been having them recently. And this is something that a lot of homeowners probably should know. When the outside temperature is over 94 degrees, your standard system's probably not going to maintain the temperature that you've set. And that's okay. They're actually designed to only affect about a 20-degree change in cooling. And the other 1% of the time when it's really, really hot, they're not going to keep up. And the problem, what's going on is that when it's really hot outside, your home is absorbing more heat than your AC can throw out. And that's even before we talk about other factors like humidity, home design, ductwork. So when it gets close to 100 degrees, we tell our customers 79 and below, your system's doing all right. The best thing you can do for it, maybe just be a little nicer to it, kick that temperature up a little bit, and don't make it work too hard.
I like that one. So,
good system.
Please
take a rest.
Be nice with me today.
So what you're saying is, if you're like me and my entire neighborhood's power just went out, and I tried to turn on the generator and the AC was probably working too hard, and that's why my generator turned off again?
Well, I mean, I'm really hesitant to diagnose your issue, but yes, those systems. So about 25% of your home's power is actually going to get used by your AC. So, right. And during this time of the year, it can actually jump even higher than that. So it's a good chance. Yeah, your AC probably kicking on, running full tilt might have had something to do with it.
Yep. So now I have the generator back on, but no AC. So if I start to sweat over here, you guys know why.
All right, we'll send you some water. It's cool.
Thank
we got
you.
plenty.
Are there any tips that you can give us for maybe helping your AC not have to work as hard?
Yes. Well, we've got a few. We've done those tips. So I think one of the things that we always tell folks when you have an issue, one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to check your thermostat. You're going to look for incorrect settings, error codes. If the display is off, check and see if it needs batteries. Some folks don't know it has that. Also, always try and keep your filters and returns clean. We've talked about that before. Low airflow means your system has to work harder. It means it's not going to work like it should, and you're going to see that effect on a day like today. Also, if your system does cut off, check your breakers, check indoor-outdoor switches, make sure nothing's been tripped. And also on your condenser outside, that's the outside unit, check and make sure it's not covered with leaves or plants. You don't have your bushes up on it, anything like that, stuff that can suffocate it. And if you see ice on the lines, then you probably got a frozen coil, and you're going to have to turn it off before we can do anything else, including us come out.
Yeah, I want to mention that one time I saw some ice on the unit. I was like, what is this coming from? Yeah, I didn't know that.
So that's a big question, but basically what that is that's either an airflow issue or a refrigerant issue. And what it basically means is you end up with a lot of cold air stuck sitting over that coil, which has a lot of water on it, and you just get ice, and then you get that low airflow. So less airflow means the water's not moving, and it just builds up, and eventually you got a nice block of ice.
Yeah, and this is why you guys are the masters of AC.
Yes.
And so, I mean, all of this information was so great. And really quick, how can people get in contact with you, sir?
Well, of course, they can always visit our website, acmasters.com. We post blogs. We also on our Facebook, we try to post information whenever we can. And always just give us a call. Our number is 757-898-2894. Be glad to talk to you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
call
so
the
much,
Spurs.
Kendall.
Thank you so much, Kendall.
Absolutely. Good luck with your generator.
Thank you so much. I'm going to
Yeah.
need it.